Pretty big update to the MrBeast situation. He is now threatening to sue the person that made the "I worked for MrBeast, he's a fraud" video. And in the video, he claimed that MrBeast was doing illegal lotteries, doing rigged and fake giveaways and all this kind of stuff, rigging the game shows. And he didn't take too kindly to that, apparently, because now he is giving Dogpack a cease and desist and threatening to sue him. So let's go through this and then look at Dogpack's response that he put out himself about the situation. So originally he posted the cease and desist on his YouTube community page. Said, "Cease and desist these nuts." It says, "Dear Mr. Dogpack 404, Satan Lord of Darkness represents your former employer, MrBeast YouTube LLC. I am writing to you regarding your recent troubling conduct following your involuntary termination from employment with the company on April 19, 2024. And they're claiming that he disclosed sensitive, confidential, and proprietary information regarding the company's business operations and content creation methodology in breach of his contract and legal obligations to the company." And he says there's a full response on Twitter, and I'll go ahead and show you a little clip from that.
So MrBeast's legal team did send me a cease and desist, and here's my official response to that.
So he says you want to see slander, like you want to see real speed, and then proceeds to make a 2-minute and 40-second video absolutely slandering everything involving MrBeast, his friends, his fans, other MrBeast clone YouTubers. He didn't even just go for MrBeast. He just started dissing everybody. Nobody was safe in this little video. He said, "You know what? If I'm gonna get in trouble, if I'm gonna get a cease and desist for slander, I'm actually gonna slander people." And then he replies in the comments and says some more updates, saying that he was originally going to expose MrBeast's philanthropy efforts being more for aiding private interest and boosting MrBeast's image than actually doing anything good. But in that investigation, I came across something far more interesting that no one else had ever found. Part 2 will be far more damaging to MrBeast's career than Part 1. And honestly, I would say that the video he made on MrBeast has been pretty damaging to MrBeast's career thus far. Obviously, it's not going to deplatform him. He is fucking making billions of dollars, literally the face of YouTube. But his video is doing numbers. It's got 9 million views 10 days ago, 500,000 likes. And if you go to MrBeast's most recent video here, people are kind of hating on MrBeast, which is strange to see for the golden boy of YouTube, with his newest video having almost the same amount of dislikes as likes. And I've seen people saying that the bring YouTube dislikes back is buggy and it's not showing the actual This is real. This is how many dislikes the video has. And I scrolled through the comments trying to find negative comments, but it seems like those are also being weeded out as well. Only positive comments are allowed, because you can't have people making the name of MrBeast look bad. Come on, are you crazy? You belong in a straitjacket if you think he's going to let hate comments stay on the video. But in his further explanation, he just explains that MrBeast's largest fundraiser, Team C's, it's pretty well known that it has no statistically significant impact on ocean pollution. And then counter argues the people saying it's still better than doing nothing, and says this is a drastic oversimplification that doesn't factor in the money, time, effort, and carbon cost associated with raising the money and removing the trash. And I'll leave it up to you to go look into this. It's a big thread. It's an interesting thread, and he does make some very solid, valid, great arguments as to why MrBeast Team C's is doing more harm than good. I think it's a very interesting thread to look into. But as for the second cease and desist, it was also posted on his community tab as well as his Twitter, and he said, "Double it and give it to the next disgruntled employee. Cease, load, cease and desist. Final warning." He put the scared face. "Dear Mr. Dogpack 404, this new firm, whose white-collar criminal defense practice is second to none, according to their website, has recently been retained by MrBeast YouTube LLC. In this video, I took 100 lawyers against one disgruntled employee. $1 million lawyer versus $1 lawyer. I can see the videos already. It's coming. It's down the pipeline. And its founder, Jimmy Donaldson, regarding the unsettling news that you have embarked on a campaign to disparage MrBeast as a company and defame Jimmy Donaldson as an individual. Not only are your statements about MrBeast and Jimmy Donaldson untrue, they also violate the clear, binding, enforceable terms of your confidentiality and not NDA with MrBeast dated March 25th, 2024, which you have shown in videos posted to the internet." To which he replies and says, "Then prove it. You have all the footage, but instead of posting any, You've just been deleting more. So instead of MrBeast actually posting a sorry or an apology, there's like two different courses of action you can do when you get in trouble on the internet. You get called out, rightfully so. You can apologize, say sorry, or sue someone. And MrBeast, it seems like he's taking the suing route. Because if you've watched the expose video, there is some shady dealings. It's just watch it yourself. I'm not gonna dive into it. It's his video. Give him the support. I didn't make the fucking video. I'm just a commentary channel that regurgitates stuff other people post. But underneath him posting the second NDA, the final warning, he replies to it and says his number also got leaked. And a former MrBeast employee named Kaylee, and I've been getting texts from former MrBeast employees. Text I received last night claims that James wants to have private investigators start following me and looking into my family's social media. And he posted these texts here. It says, dude, has anyone at Beast contacted you about the post you're making? I've been reading the NDA over to see what I can and can't post because I'd like to move on with my life and try having some type of social media presence. Also, if you're going to post my message for proof you worked at Beast, I don't care. Just don't show my number. You can save it how you want. Also, I got your number from Kaylee. I don't have access to anything Beast like Slack or anything. Obviously, I'm not a Beast employee. I'm a former employee. Someone else I know told me they texted you on Reddit talking about Kaylee and Leroy. I'm not that person, and I won't mention any current or former Beast employees because of the NDA. So he's getting texts from a former MrBeast employee as well as a Kaylee, which these messages right here that I'm about to read are far worse than that first one. Dawson, I'm texting you anonymously to let you know that I heard James wants to have private investigators start following you and looking into every detail of your life. He wants them to reach out to your former employers, find all your social media accounts, your family's social media accounts, videos of you, anything. They already have a Google Doc listing possible ways to discredit you, including you're on drugs and have mental health problems, your mom is bipolar, you were an obsessed superfan, you were crying begging for your job back after they fired you, you tried to steal company funds, etc. I don't know what's true and what's not, but personally I really think you should just take everything down ASAP. If you take it down, they'll leave you alone. You're trolling, what? So it seems like MrBeast has literally released the hounds. He is using every single bit of his power to just deplatform and get rid of this little this person that he sees as a little mosquito buzzing around his head. An insignificant problem he can just throw his money and his hounds at, which is not a good look for him at all if this narrative is to be believed. And this is a further messages from that same person. It says this phone number is no longer in service. WTF? Stop. What? Hashtag stop. This is so creepy. Hashtag leave. Which is very creepy. Very unsettling. And he texts and says, hello, what? And if that's true that MrBeast is sending fucking private investigators to stalk him and try to ruin his entire life over this situation, that is ludicrous. And then he drops down here and explains as to how he's not a drug addict and everything else, just because that's just wild accusations. But it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And it very well could just be someone trolling, but at the same time, it's hard to say if MrBeast really does have private investigators, you know? As long as he doesn't resort to, like, hiring a $1 million hitman or whatever, then maybe we're good, as long as it doesn't escalate up to that point. I'm starting to think he might be mean. He might really just be evil MrBeast. But that's it for the new update. I just figured I'd post that since I was on vacation when most of it other stuff happened, and I made a quick recap video. Now this one I could actually dive into and had the time to upload it in a proper time frame to not be super late and get called out for it and people upset at me in the comments because I have a fucking life. But other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.